I mean, the Golden State Valkyries didn't just beat the Las Vegas Aces, they kicked their whole ass. 68-95. The Las Vegas Aces can only score 68 points with the squad that they have. What is going on in Las Vegas right now?
The Las Vegas Aces, once tipped to go back-to-back as WNBA champions, just suffered a brutal 27-point blowout at the hands of the expansion team, the Golden State Valkyries. Meanwhile, their former star, Kelsey Plum, is thriving with the Los Angeles Sparks, putting up a scorching 25.2 points per game. Safe to say, she's cashing checks and getting the last laugh.
All right, I got to give a shout out to Golden State Valkyries because, boy, did they put an ass whooping on Vegas. Boy. And I'm not talking about some 15-point win. No, this is a 4-quarter, 27-point spanking in front of a sold-out crowd in Golden State. Vibes was immaculate. Love to see it.
But here's the kicker. While everyone keeps crowning A'ja Wilson as the untouchable queen of basketball, the Aces are crumbling faster than a house of cards. And now, it's starting to look like Kelsey Plum might have been the glue holding that so-called dynasty together all along.
On paper, they should be kicking everybody's ass. Literally everybody. Like, A'ja Wilson put the entire Aces on her back and is doing everything she can to help her team, and it's just not going anywhere.
The numbers don't lie, even when the narrative tries to. The Aces just suffered their worst loss since 2023, getting humiliated 95-68 by an expansion team that should be learning to crawl, not sprinting laps around former champions. But this isn't just a rough night. This is a full-blown system failure. One that started the moment Kelsey Plum walked out that door.
Lost a lot, okay? And so I was like, yeah, we gotta wait. Give them time. But we didn't set up here and lost by damn near 30 to an expansion team. Come on now.
Remember when the Aces shipped Kelsey Plum to the Sparks in that blockbuster 3-team deal? Everyone shrugged like it was just another day at the office. Like they hadn't just traded away a 3-time All-Star and a key piece of their back-to-back championship run. Even A'ja Wilson brushed it off with the classic, "It is what it is," calling it business. But here's the truth. Business is about winning. And right now, the Aces are failing at the very thing that built their empire.
People are interested in the Valkyries, whatever you want to say. Like, if anything, even if it's just a passing interest, there are people that are interested in the Valkyries. And they destroyed the Aces. I mean this when I say this. The Aces, I've never seen the Aces look this bad before. And the Valkyries are for real. They're 3-5 on the season, but they play so hard. And I don't mean they're for real in the fact like they can compete, because they can't compete.
If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe, because here's what really went down. The Aces got comfortable. They thought they could just slot in Jewel Lloyd and keep the dynasty rolling. They believed A'ja Wilson's individual brilliance would be enough to carry them through. They were wrong. Dead wrong. Kelsey Plum wasn't just putting up stats. She was the heartbeat of that team. Even Wilson herself once admitted it. Plum was the gritty, vocal, all-in competitor who showed up when it mattered most. In the locker room, she spoke up. On the court, she showed out. That's not the kind of player you replace. That's the kind of player you build around.
Plum led the team with 28 points, 6 3-pointers, and 8 assists. She has been on a tear to start the season. I'm low-key surprised she has been mentioned in MVP talks. Granted, Nafisa Collier is my pick to win MVP, but I definitely think Kelsey Plum should get some love in that conversation.
Let's break down the disaster against the Valkyries. A'ja Wilson, the so-called superstar, put up just 17 points on 5 of 13 shooting. Jackie Young, 8 points on 1 of 6. And Jewel Lloyd, the player they brought in to replace Kelsey. Plum dropped a miserable 6 points on 1 of 8 from the field. This is what championship DNA looks like? This is what a dynasty produces? Even Coach Becky Hammon couldn't hide her frustration. She called her team out publicly saying, "I'm not going to coach effort. It's the one thing I can't deal with. You're in charge of your effort. When your coach is questioning your heart, not your talent, but your heart, that's not just a slump. That's a culture problem. And guess who was at the core of that winning culture? The very player they traded away, Kelsey Plum.
I think that's the first time in your tenure in Las Vegas. Has there been a common denominator, a similarity between those games? The one was in Seattle, I believe.
Yeah. Following people around defensively, being really soft mentally, just letting people come out and punk us, hit us, grab us, and us whining instead of buckling down and saying, like, okay, that's what's going to be, then let's go. And I told them in there, I said, we have effort has to come from your heart. The schemes, the discipline, the habits, that's your head. And right now, we not only have a heart issue, but it's letting us affect our head issue. But I'm not going to coach effort. It's just one thing I can't deal with. You're in charge of your effort. I guess I'm in charge of your playing time, so that's the one way I can affect it. But I've never been a coach to pull for mistakes, but I will pull for effort.
Becky, I'm Morris Phillips, Sports Radio Service. You talked about missed shots offensively. They packed the paint. You didn't make them pay by hitting.
The Aces were down 21 at halftime and never even sniffed a comeback. They gave up 95 points to a team that's still figuring out how to be a professional basketball organization. The 27-point blowout marks their worst loss since a 38-point embarrassment against the Liberty back in August 2023. But here's what makes this one even more humiliating. That 2023 loss, Aja Wilson was held to just 9 points. At least there was an excuse. This time, Wilson had 17 points, and they still got run out of the gym by an expansion team. This isn't just a bad game. It's a full-on crisis of identity. The Aces don't just have a scoring problem, they've got a heart problem. Meanwhile, Kelsey Plum, she's not just thriving. She's making history. In her very first game with the Sparks, she dropped 37 points, setting a WNBA record for most points in a season opener. She shot 11 of 19 from the field and was flawless at the line. While the Aces are getting exposed, Plum is out here reminding everyone exactly who she is and exactly what Las Vegas gave up.